first speaker today is Gokhale. He entered Columbus Academy in kindergarten. He has a brother, Dylan, who's in the 5th grade, brother Arjun, who's in the 8th grade, twin sister Lena, who joins him in the 11th grade, and he lives in Lancaster.
December 23rd, 2017. I was at my maternal grandparents' house playing football with my younger brothers Arjun and Dylan. We were running routes, and as Dylan was running a right slant, he planted awkwardly on his ankle and fell down hard, grimacing in pain. I immediately rushed over to him, picked him up, and carried him inside. I then got an ice bag, wrapped it around my brother's ankle, and told him to watch SpongeBob as I approached my grandparents for help. When I told my grandparents what had happened, to my surprise, they were both thoroughly impressed. They lovingly said to me, "Jay, you're really a true leader. Keep doing what you're doing. We're proud of you." The admiration and reverence I have for my grandparents is astronomical, and to have them recognize me as a leader gave me the utmost sense of happiness. Those warm-hearted words gave me the motivation to continue holding myself to a high standard and to continue to be a leader in my grandparents' eyes. I will never forget that. January 3rd, 2015. I was playing Mario Brothers on an old Nintendo at my paternal grandmother's condo. I was scrolling through my phone when a text message appeared from David Hughes, who was a former student at Columbus Academy. He had texted in all caps in my old 5th grade advisory group chat, "Guys, Miss Chavez just passed away. I'm actually so sad and crying right now." I was in denial at first. There's no way Miss Chavez actually passed away. I proceeded to check the news, and I started to cry. Miss Chavez was my advisor in 5th grade, and she was the first person to help guide me in my transition from lower school to middle school. She instilled in me the moral values of respect, honesty, integrity, and above all else, kindness. One of my fondest experiences with Miss Chavez was when I was sad after a game of recess foursquare. She noticed my sorrow, and I explained to her this one person purposely tripped me, resulting in a bloody scrape on my shin. She turned to me, made a genuine eye-to-eye connection, and spoke the wise words, "I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'll have a talk with him. But do me a favor, and don't let this affect the rest of your day. Enjoy yourself, and be happy. Can you smile for me?" I turned to her, gave her a smile, and proceeded to walk back to the classroom. I will never forget that. April 3rd, 2018. I had just received the email that April Absurdity was starting again for its 2nd year. In the inaugural year of the 3-on-3 basketball tournament, I signed up as a joke with my buddies Prem Jagabandhu and Keithan Reddy under the team named the Lemonators, and in the first round we got absolutely destroyed. I did not want to repeat with another pathetic first-round loss in 2018, so I left the Eliminators and contacted people I knew I could win with. Who else than the Sax Quartet? For those of you who don't know, the Sax Quartet is a group comprised of 4 young men who each share the common desire and love for the saxophone. They include Ashton Kofer, Ezra Johnson, Prem, and myself. Ashton and Ezra agreed to join the team, yet Prem decided to stay loyal to the Eliminators and not play with us. I knew our team would be missing out on the majestic flow of Prem's hair, but I just had to move on. The April Absurdity bracket came out a week later, and I was shocked to see at the bottom of the bracket, Sax Trio versus Team Mitchie, which consisted of 3 varsity basketball players. I immediately texted this news in the Sax Trio group chat, to which Ezra responded, "Oof." 3 days passed, and it was game time. The Sax Trio entered as heavy underdogs, but we didn't care. We came in with the mindset that we were going to win. Unfortunately, that mindset changed very quickly. Team Mitchie scored 3 unanswered points, and the Sacks trio was a complete mess. All hope seemed to be lost until something truly miraculous happened. Ashton passed me the ball at the top of the key, and I dribbled around until I saw Ezra wide open at the board. I tossed the ball to him, and time froze. All I could hear was Ane Reddy shouting, "Oh, dear God." And boy, was he right. What Ezra said was an attempted layup turned into a slamma-jamma alley-oop on Dorian Moultrie. It was one of the greatest moments in Columbus Academy sports history. The crowd went wild. The momentum of the game shifted to the Sacks trio, and we came out with a huge 8-7 win over Team Mitchie. I will never forget that. So why did I tell you about these 3 events? They all have one thing in common. They're all vivid memories. I believe in today's world, we spend too much time thinking and worrying about the small, futile issues. But in reality, those things are what drift from our minds the fastest. Think back to when you were worried about something minor. How coherently do you remember that? What we do remember, and what we should cherish more, in my opinion, are the memories that elicit strong emotional impacts. They include the fun memories, which remind me to live life to the fullest by simply having as much fun and laughter as possible. The sad memories, which I use to appreciate what's truly important in life, the genuine human connections you establish with others, like I was fortunate enough to have with Ms. Chavez. And then the inspirational memories, which I use to motivate me to continue to strive for excellence and make my family and community proud of the high standards I try to maintain. So, I urge all of us to realize the true sanctity of our memories and the profound impact they have in shaping who we are. Thank you.